be the mompreneur. As I told you, I'm a stay-home mom, and guess what? I'm in my bedroom. And this is where I am because what? I'm a stay-home mom and I can do this. I've got a phone. I can take this. So Freedom Day. Happy Freedom Day, South Africa. Happy Freedom Day. What is your Freedom Day? Talk to me. What is your Freedom Day? Should we move this back? How is this? Yeah, cool. What is your Freedom Day? I'm reminded of my Freedom Day. Guys, I'm sure by now you know my story that we are 12 from 10 mothers and I'm the firstborn. And I went through a lot, guys. I went through a lot. I'm just going to share one of the journeys that I talk about even in the book, The Valley-Headed Wife, remember? So I'm just going to talk about one of those stories where my father, what had happened? No, my stepmom that I had grown with, like I grew up with from childhood, and she had gone. And that's a mom that I knew, and I was in contact with her, and my dad didn't like it. So one day he's like, Samgeleso, if I'm your father and you respect me, and so if I'm your father and you respect me, get out of my house. Guys, I was, I think maybe 17 and not much relationship with my biological mother. I just didn't know what to do. I just didn't know where to go. But what I knew in me, you know what, women, I never had that thing that a boyfriend or a man. I always grew up in the church, and that's what grounded me. I was like, okay, so now what happens? And that day was like something else. I took my little belongings and I went to my mother. Staying there, guys, was something else. Oh God, when you remember, now it's a story that I can tell, but when it was happening, it was painful. It was painful. And that's when I decided that, you know what, Samu, this is your life, girl. What are you going to do? I used to think about going to rent Uyaloja at a very young age. Because when I was staying with my mom, it's another story for another day. It was something else. But then I grew up from there, I stayed with my mom and I prayed. There's a time where we had a fasting and prayer at church, and I got into it the whole week. And guess what happened? My mom, my stepmom that I'm talking about, met me in town and says, I've been looking for you. Where have you been? I've been looking for you at work. They want people to come and work. That was my Freedom Day. That was my Freedom Day where I could earn my own money and be in charge of my life. I went to work. Yes, it was, oh, I used to work at the industries in a bakery. And in a bakery, guys, there are those trays that the bread comes. I used to hang with those hot. I used to get in at 5 o'clock. You'd be in a taxi with men, and there you are, an 18-year-old in a taxi going to work, so that the bakery opens at 6 and you are there. We're only two girls. I remember my friend. We're only two girls working at the bakery. And I was holding those hot trays, but I was saying it is my freedom. Because now I don't have to depend on anyone to give me money. I don't have to be asking for money. That was my Freedom Day. What is your Freedom Day that you think about? I've got lots of Freedom Days, but today I said, let me share how, being chased away from home with my dad, coming to my mom, and guys, black tax is there. Black tax is there. Oh, Jesus. But God kept me. As much as I would be going in the morning at 5 o'clock with all those men in the taxi, I would go and work in an environment where it was all men and it was only two of us young ladies there. And in the industries, it was men. Some men would try their luck. But I was there, with a goal and say, I'll make it in life. I'll make it one day. I'll tell it as a story. Today, I am telling it as a story, what I went through. I don't know what your Freedom Day is. Please comment below, like this video, subscribe to these videos because I'm going to be sharing my life journey. You know what? The Value Added Wife is a book that I share my story, but also impart knowledge on how you can grow purpose in your life. Look back in your life where you're coming from. What is it that made you strong? What is it that made you stand? You are a woman that you are today, because as long as you are alive today, the sky is not the limit. There's a free ebook that I'm doing that is saying I'm enough. And I say, as long as you are alive, you've got a will. What is it that you can look back and say, that was my Freedom Day? It's time to change women. It's time to change stay-home mom. It's time to change retired mom. Or, the young ladies, you know what? You can learn from us. We have walked the journey, we've made mistakes, but this is time now to be a value-added wife, to be a value-added person. In your life, add value. In your life, where you go, add value. Why? Because you've got the freedom. If you are watching me, or if you can connect with me, you've got WhatsApp, you've got data, you've got the freedom. Look at the areas where you've got freedom. You've got freedom to pray. You've got freedom to walk around the neighbor. You've got freedom. I don't know what freedom you have, but look at yourself and see, what is it that I'm free to do? And how can it add value to another person? This is Samagumbi, the mompreneur. I have authored a book called Value Added Wife. Comment below if you need a copy. And it's also going to be on my website, samuonline.com. And there is more to come. I'm sharing real life stories where you are rejected by your father, where your father says, if you're my daughter and you respect me, get out of my house. What do? You are his daughter. He's my father. I have to get out. But it made me get my freedom. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go on this journey together. But connect with me. I mentor and coach women to find their purpose in life and to find what they can do, mostly to be in business, to be a millionaire mom, to be a boss mom, sebenza mom, Samagumbi the mompreneur. Smiling is my trademark. Bye guys. Enjoy your day.